Hi, my name's Lee Wallace, and I'm doing a future subject and also in Lab 1. And my research question, what if rape was rare? First of all, for the futures assessment, I'm just going to talk a little bit about timeliness and how it relates to the sector where rape occurs and the sector is quite large because really it's any workplace, it's at home, it's in the street. It's quite pervasive. So, timeliness. There was a classic interview by the minister responsible for domestic violence just in the last few days, where they talked about the budget, and for this year it was 1.3 billion, and they said it hadn't all been spent. However, when talking to the organisations who access these funds, they were saying in each state and territory that the funds had actually been fully allocated in terms of contracts to be paid quarterly to employ staff. Now, this is pretty frustrating to hear in terms of timeliness. It's actually about political spin saying there was enough funds while those on the ground continue to turn people away as there actually weren't any more available resources. So the frustration is the political timeframes of funding announcements and the time it takes to set up and hire people to spend these much needed funds. If the government lets funding lapse, it creates opportunity for another announceable, while those with real human needs in human finance terms, that is, they require food, shelter and safety, they're then pushed into not-for-profits who have to pick up the pieces, and they may have been better supported with more timely intervention. So we all know prevention is cheaper, both financially and in human terms. So like ecosystems and their complexity that self-regulate over tens of thousands of years, could we imagine and reflect on our actions, and if our current actions support or don't support a thriving human community, and what can we do to create different actions to support the community over the next, say, 10,000 years. So if we turn to Australia's oldest living culture, let's have a look and see what we can learn from Indigenous people and apply some of those principles to respecting and supporting all life, including humans on this continent today.